When you first go in, you're scared because what does anyone know about a penitentiary or jail? What we see in the movies. So when you see that, you're like, oh, you don't know what to expect.
Different sense of your whereabouts. You know, when you're out regular life, you know, most of the time it's not a care in the world. You know, there's regular people around you all the time, but you walk into that place, you know, you're looking over your shoulder because there's people in there that are very violent and nobody wants to get hurt.
You've seen so much over the years where really it's kind of the same. You just have to know how to prepare yourself for a situation.
For me, the hardest part was my first 6 months in the jail, because that's a time where no one knows who you are, whether they're officers or inmates. So you have to set your tone so people know who you are. Inmates will test you, officers will test you.
It's hard to get used to a place like that. It's very nerve-wracking. It's kind of like, you know, that first day you go back to high school. You know, you walk in a place, you have no idea how to get around the facility. And then usually when you're new, the inmates are going to poke you, they're going to test you, they're going to see what you're made of, they're going to see how far they can get with you, you know, they're going to push your limits.
I remember my first day when I left, I called my mom, I was like, you're right, I should have went to college.
Inside there, you have cameras from administration, and then you got your inmates watching you. It's a stressful environment.
I have a lot of people in state prisons like that doing life, you know, doing life a couple of times over, you know. They got nothing left to lose. Catch them on a bad day, and that's your last day.
Fell into it. I got a family full of correction officers and cops. That kind of just happened.
My father was a Yonkers police officer. My brother Bobby, who passed away, worked in corrections with us. So I was with a family with law enforcement. So I was working as a mechanic, but when this opportunity came, I took it because I just felt it was the right thing to do.
I have a lot of respect, I guess you could say at the time, for people in the law enforcement community. And now doing what I do for as long as I have, I can't even tell you how much. I feel like there's no amount that you can give these people for what they do.
The correctional officers get paid, you know, too much money, but we don't get paid for what we do. We get paid for what we might have to do.
If I could go back, I think I would have gone to college and not been a corrections officer. I mean, I like my job. I like that it provides for me. It gives me everything that I need. And I like a lot of the people I work with, don't get me wrong, but it's an ugly job. Nobody wants to do it.
There's a lot of COs that think they're cops. We're not cops. You know, I mean, we do a job in a prison and we go home. A lot of you know, superhero officers. That's not for me.
I feel they look at the police, firemen more as one unit, and then the corrections under that. Sometimes you do bring the job home, and that's unfortunate because whatever you're bringing from a penitentiary to your house isn't going to be good. And sometimes you might be short with someone, might talk to them in a way you might tell an inmate to do something. You might have a bad day and bring that back.
I wasn't perfect growing up. I got in trouble. I did stupid stuff in high school. I was, at plenty of times, I was very close to being an inmate. I absolutely could have been one. So I don't have any. I'm glad I turned it around.
I'm definitely putting the time in, but I started young enough I could do my 25 and hopefully be done in 25.
Do I regret the job? No. I was able to work here a long time, take care of my family, take care of my kids.
It varies. I mean, I got kids from 17 to, I got a guy on my block that's like 60, 63.
The younger ones, I feel, are more gang-related incidents.
Old guys that have been there for a while, they just want to hang out and do their time. It's the young kids that want to fight. They got something to prove to their gang or to the world. They don't like authority. They don't like being told what to do. You bring people back and forth to court all the time. I feel that's dangerous, you know, because these guys, they know when they're going to their court cases, they know their court dates. There's always family members there, you know, bugging you, getting in the way, trying to bother you. And most of the time, these guys don't like what they hear when they go to court. It's difficult. Other things are.
I know what can happen to someone when they get into the system. And 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to get out. And you will be discriminated on from day one as soon as you have a record. And that's what kids need to know. One decision changes your life.